winner of the Belmont Stakes here. Pleasant Tap won the Suburban at 1.25 miles. And there's the expected front runner, Missionary Ridge, moving into post 7.
1 second, Frank, 1 second.
In the gate, awaiting the start of the Jockey Club Gold Cup. They're off. AP Indy stumbled, leaving the starting gate, and he is checked about 4 lengths off the early lead, and the early leader will be Devil His Due. Devil His Due has the lead. Missionary Ridge, Kent DeSormo, riding aggressively early. He would like to have the lead as they round the clubhouse turn. Sultry Song is away at third toward the inside. Thunder Rumble to his outside. 5 lengths back to stretch runners, Strike the Gold and Pleasant Tap. And after a calamitous start, AP Indy trails the field. He is already a dozen lengths off the lead. The pace is strong. The opening quarter went in 23 1/5 seconds. And it's Devil Is Due with the lead. Missionary Ridge pressing second. Thunder Rumble is kept close to the pace. And Sultry Song is taken to his outside for a clear aim. A gap of 6 lengths. Back to Pleasant Tap. And farther back, Strike the Gold. He's now about a dozen lengths from the lead. AP Indy, no factor at all yet. The half went in 46 1/5 seconds. 5 furlongs from home. Long shot, Devil Is Due leads the way. Kent DeSormo still trying for that lead with Missionary Ridge. Thunder Rumble's in a perfect spot. Sultry Song is right there, and he's been taken to the inside now. 3 lengths back to Pleasant Tap, was drawn within 6 lengths of the lead. Another 2.5 back to Strike the Gold. AP Indy's been well behind the whole way. It's still Devil Is Due. Missionary Ridge couldn't stay with him. Sultry Song is right there. Pleasant Tap with a spectacular move toward the lead on the outside, and Strike the Gold appears with him. AP Indy is making a miraculous run from well back, and the field is now turning for home. Pleasant Tap, Strike the Gold right there. Sultry Song was really clobbered at the rail. AP Indy is there on the far outside. They're passing the 8th pole. It's Pleasant Tap with the lead by 3. Strike the Gold second. AP Indy is laboring now as his bid flattens out, but it will be Pleasant Tap, and he does it with style. He won by 4.5. Strike the Gold was second. AP Indy was a very good third after that horrible start. And toward the inside, Sultry Song photos with him. The time for the race, outstanding, 1 minute 58 4/5 seconds. It was not a cleanly run race. AP Indy went to his knees at the starting gate, and Sultry Song got clobbered at the 8th pole by a tiring Devil His Due. Back down to Tom Edmond after a real thriller here.
It was a thriller, Tom Durkin, and Pleasant Tap, the consistent one who had come off a layoff to finish second in the Woodward. And here's the start. AP Indy now is in post position 5. Squeezed between the 2 horses on either side of him, Pleasant Tap and Thunder Rumble. And look how far, he's on the left of your screen. Look how far behind the others he is. Yet it's AP Indy now on the left of your screen on the extreme outside that does get up to finish 3rd. Sultry Song here on the rail can't get through. Jerry Bailey took him to the inside. He can't get through, and it leaves it all open for Pleasant Tap, who takes the lead here and begins to draw away. Pleasant Tap now with clear sailing. After Gary Stevens kept him out of trouble, improving off his second in the Woodward, runs back to the Suburban Handicap win here at Belmont in June. And Pleasant Tap, with a big victory, establishes himself as the favorite for the Brewer Classic with an impressive win in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. An eventful race. We'll talk more about what happened to AP Indy and to Sultry Song when we return to Belmont Park. Welcome back to Belmont Park after the Jockey Club Gold Cup, and instead of answering a lot of questions, we've raised some more. John Beach, what about Sultry Song down on the rail?
He gets absolutely eliminated at about the 3/16 pole. The tiring horse lays right on top of him. The number 3 horse, Devil Is Due, and just absolutely takes any chance of his winning away from him, giving Pleasant Tap a free and clear run home. It certainly doesn't answer any questions, as you just said.
And, of course, making his familiar come from behind charge, Strike the Gold. Didn't quite get there, but finished second. And what about AP Indy's race? As you look at Pleasant Tap, AP Indy absolutely dead last, trailing the field by a considerable margin, and yet does get up for 3rd.
You can't certainly take anything away from the winner, but that was a brilliant, brilliant performance by AP Indy. I mean, being virtually eliminated at the start, back 6-8 lengths, very, very quickly responding to it.
Let's go down to Dan Kenny in the winner's circle.
Chris Beckert, you have developed this horse into probably the most consistent handicap horse in a decade. He was good at 2, he's good at 3, good at 4, and probably at his best at 5.
And he'll be better at 6, don't worry.
Okay, well, looking into the future, what do you do between now and Breeders' Cup? What are your plans?
Luckily, we never had a training match, and we'll just take it easy and just hope he can handle it there as well. He's obviously the best around, you know.
The fact that Eddie Delahousie took off and Gary Stevens took them out, did it bother you that he had a new rider?
No, obviously you prefer a rider that's known the horse, but Gary's one of the leading riders in the country, probably one of the best right now. So what are you worried about?
It was a... Well, let's speaking of Gary Stevens, let's go over to Gary with Bob Newmeyer.
All right, thank you very much. This is a funny game, Gary Stevens. A couple of months ago, you weren't on this horse, but Eddie Delahousie goes to 8P Indy. You wind up on the winner in an incident right out of the starting gate.
Right, Missionary Ridge, he ducked in pretty good leaving the starting gate. Kind of took myself and 8P Indy out of it the first couple of strides, but other than that, I had a real pretty trip all the way around there. And it's just funny the way this business goes. Like you said, Eddie's been with 8P Indy all year long, been with my horse all year long. Eddie felt that his loyalties were lying with 8P Indy, and that's who he stayed with, and I just feel very fortunate to get to ride a horse like this.
This horse had the reputation of being a late-running sprinter, and Chris Beckert has done a great job stretching him out. He's as honest as the day is long.
Tremendous job with him. This horse put in a phenomenal kick the last 1/8 of a mile that came into the stretch. I had a lot of horse underneath me. I called on him, and he really responded willingly.
Gary Stevens, the happy guy, the winner of the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Let's go to Tom Hammond.
All right, Bob, another one of those racing ironies. Eddie Delahousie had ridden Pleasant Tap the last 8 times he started. He's aboard the 3rd place finisher, AP Indy, today. The results are official. Pleasant Tap paying $8.80 to win the Jockey Club Gold Cup, with Strike the Gold and AP Indy 2nd and 3rd. We'll be back in a moment.